I'm Justin Blehar. I'm a former Army Special Forces combat veteran that then switched over, worked clinical research, and I also spent a lot of time learning about business, and then I jumped off the ledge about 8 to 10 years ago. Since then, I've been working with startups in nascent and emergent technologies, and I've built companies successfully from nothing to multi-million-dollar revenue-generating machines. We have an opportunity to focus on setting up a green energy pellet mill here in Hillsdale, New York. Now, Hillsdale would be our flagship location, but this is a scalable, modular setup that can be done both across New York and eventually across the country. We're almost at that tipping point right now, and there's reasons for why we need wood pellets. Now, this particular location here is former Roloff Jansen Central School. Over 20 plus years has been abandoned. We just had the structural engineer come through today, and they were able to let us know the bones are good, everything would be able to move forward without any major renovations or knockdowns. So we're going to be able to use this as our main headquarters for the employees. We intend to employ over 60 different people alone with $25 and above real jobs. Now, unskilled labor in the sense anyone can come in to do it, learn quickly and get started. So nothing necessary needed, but they will learn the skills on site. So anyone can come in. We're committed to hiring locally. The goal's 70% or above if we can, if there's enough folks around. If not, hopefully more folks will come in at that point. The backside of this is another about 30 acres that's set up, and we're going to be building 2 large 50,000 square foot prefab warehouses that'll house 2 pellet lines each. Those 4 pellet lines in total are going to produce 80,000 metric tons of pellets per year just at this location alone. On the other side of the high school here, we're going to have set up research and development for what the future will be of sustainable aviation fuel. As you guys know, or if you don't, by 2030 you've got EU mandates on SAF utilization for any airplanes landing within the European Union. And if they don't utilize that, they're going to be fined heavily. There's not enough supply, the demand's increasing, even with subsidies. It's something that needs to be built now and set up. So that's something that we'll be working on here as well, and then when we expand to other locations, we'll be able to add on a SAF component, creating a multi-platform of revenue. Now, the pellets we're creating as well are going to feed what are called combined heat in combustion machines that are going to produce these CHP machines, will produce electricity from the pellets that we're manufacturing here. I don't want to misquote myself here. We're definitely one of the first in the world that would be manufacturing and creating our own power that can eventually be fully off-grid. So we don't want to be drawing any power in the near future. And what we're producing here with the pellets will feed our CHP machines, and then that will allow us to both create green energy, reduce that overall. The grid here itself, when you're pulling power, on average, you barely get about 50% efficiency. These CHP machines create 85% efficiency, reducing the greenhouse gas emissions that were going to be produced, and then further moving things forward. It's also something that other manufacturers, including in the auto parts industry, will be able to look at and implementing themselves to help reduce GHG and put us on those next step forward overall. Now, the last part of this is obviously the jobs and the economic impact and what we're going to do overall. The nice thing about this, the way of us being funded through New York Green Bank and a green fund, means that we're able to do what's right from a social equity and standpoint and giving back to the community and making sure we're doing things right. So the job creation that we already discussed overall is something that's going to be very important, but the community seeing that there's new manufacturing. We're hearing about that in the news time and time again. What does that mean? You know, they want us making chips over here, or the same jobs that have already been outsourced globally due to the labor costs, so it's never going to bring that back. New manufacturing is what's needed, and this is exactly that, with real paying jobs that people can actually, you know, afford to live and not be worried about how they're paying rent every day and start to revitalize. This is one of the most beautiful areas in the country. there should be more people here enjoying it, and it should be more of a thriving economy. So I hope that you guys can see both the potential that's here at Roloff Jansen, what we hope to bring to New York in the future to give back to the community and turn a profit for our investors. We can do this in a good way through socially equitable transactions. So I hope you guys can all join me in the future, and I hope to be seeing you again. Thank you so much.